What's up, guys? You got Adam the Bee's Knees here, and today we have our NPL Week 5 versus Blake, aka Moxie and Fernape. So, should be a good game. Blake's a good friend, so let's just jump right into his team. He has Mega Pidgeot, really cool Mega, just a good special attacker. He has Whimsicott, which is Z eligible. He has a Zygarde 10%. He has a Z eligible Infernape. He has Mew, Crocodile, Quillfish. He has Milotic, Metagross, Abomasnow, and Electros. So, all around a pretty good team. You know, Infernape is such a threat. Mew can be a threat. And Mega Pidgeot is annoying for my team in general. Whimsicott's a little bit annoying, you know, stuff like that. I definitely could see a defensive Quillfish, defensive Milotic, maybe a bulkier Metagross, Assault Vest Electros. I don't think he would bring Abomasnow, but I guess he could. He's brought it a couple times before. He does have the ability to T-Spike Spikes with the fish. His defog options are really terrible, so he's probably not going to get off rocks. So if I get up hazards, that would be ideal. So first up, we have Megalopunny, right? It outspeeds his entire team. I think it's unreasonable for Pidgeot to run Timid. So, or at least, there's no point it's going to run Timid max speed. So Lopunny should outspeed that with an Adamant Nature. I have Toxic Facade for the Mew because that's his bulkiest mon to come in. Other than that, like, he could use Quillfish or like a Rest or Flame Orb Milotic could come for sure. Power Up Punch just to abuse and use. High Jump Kick just to hit his other things really hard. And Facade, hopefully I get Toxic by the Mew Synchronize and then I can hit everything really hard with the Facade. So my dedicated lead is Mesprit. I have enough special attack to Oko Crocodile, Oko Mew, or nearly. I can knock off a Metagross or Milotic lead or Electros. I can Poison if he wants to lead off with Fat, and I can Psychic a lead Infernape or Quillfish. So all around, great Pokemon. I'm running enough speed for something. I don't remember what it is, but if anything, it outspeeds Quillfish for sure. It would outspeed Adamant Crocodile, maybe a modest no speed Mew or something like that, or bulky Infernape or something. Up next we have Superior, fairly bulky set. I have Glare because Pidgeot is probably his switch in, or Metagross. Paralyzing them would be nice. I have Leaf Storm and Hiddenbower Flying. Really, the only coverage I'm missing is something to hit the Metagross with, which, you know, Hippo and Mesprit can both kind of deal with that, so it's not that big of an issue. And then, you know, Leaf Storm really can just all around clean up late game if Pidgeot is dealt with. Superior outspeeds everything besides Whimsicott, and Zygarde can't really hurt me with my spread. So there is that. He could bring Whimsicott. I don't think he'd bring Z Hurricane because he already has flying spam. So I don't know. Maybe Whimsicott could be an issue, but if he Moonblast and gets the special attack raise, that is in his unfortunate favor. So up next we have the Pidgeot answer. We have Regirock. It really can beat his team if he doesn't bring Milotic. It straight up wins if he's not like a setup Mew or setup Infernape. Because enough curses, I can wall Crocodile, I can wall Metagross. Even though Rock Slide is not going to do much, if I curse up enough, it will add up and do a lot of damage. Now, I take like 20% from Pidgeot with Sand because I do have Hip Out on, so that is super nice. Regirock is super bulky. Actually, this game convinced me to keep Regirock because I am going to make some FA moves after this week because my team has lots of holes. So we have Klefki. Hazard Saki, I said, was nice because his remover was ass poop. So Spikes and T-Wave. Now, my biggest regret on Klefki, which kind of comes in a little bit in the game, is not having Foul Play. I don't need Toxic. Toxic was only really there for the the Electros, but I already have ways to deal with the Electros. It also dealt with Crocodile, and I guess I could poison a Zygarde. It was either I wanted Foul Play or I wanted Chocoberry, or both. Just, I should have put those on. My gut was telling me to, and I just didn't. But just because I wanted Klefki to have leftovers, because Klefki can't heal itself, I do pass that up in FAs, so hopefully I should cover any issues I had in this team. And we have Smooth Rock Hippo. Bulk is just for Infernape, Zygarde, Calx. Um, and more importantly, the Sand helps Regirock sweep because after, uh, Sands up, Regirock takes nothing from Pidgeot, nothing from. It can take my lot of kits and stuff like that. And we are back. Sorry for the jump cut. I recorded the battle in the wrong frame, so that was very fun. But regardless, I should know a little more what I'm talking about now, because I just saw the game. So Blake has Mega Pidgeot, Milotic, Metagross, Mew, Eel Guy, and Zygarde. So he opted to not bring Double Ground. He just brought Crocodile, or he didn't bring Crocodile, and he opted to not bring Double Water and just bring Milotic. So I'm still going to lead off with Mesprit. He leads off with Zygarde. I'm not a fan of getting Choice Banded, Crunched, or Arrowed, so I'm going to go Hard Hippo, Test the Waters. He reveals Flat Out Toxic. So I don't know exactly what his set is, but, Zygarde doesn't get a whole lot of moves, so that makes sense. He goes Eel here, so I'm just going to go Hard Regirock. I see he goes for the knockoff. I don't need my leftovers. Well, I kind of do need my leftovers in-game wise, but alas, I don't need them as much as Hippo needs hits. So I go for Rock Slide. This shows it's not a Fizdef Milotic. It's like mixed, if anything. So it also tells me that this is not his Lopunny check. So I guess the Metagross or the Mew is going to be the Lopunny check. So I go for a Toxic here, trying to get the Milotic, but I get the Eel. And since I have a Z item, I'm just going to stay in and click Psychic twice. He goes for Grass Knot, so that was a good prep. I'm actually glad I didn't go Hard Regirock there. So yeah, I do end up taking the Eel out. We get some nice momentum going our way the first couple turns. So he goes Zygarde. I have to go Hippo here. As he goes for the Banded Outrage. This is banded. 43% is banded. It only has 100 attack. So I go hard Clef Key here because I can wall it, and I'm just going to start setting up my hazards because his defoggers are poo poo butthole, and he doesn't have defog. Let's be real here. Mew's not running defog. So I paralyze the Metagross just for cheeky parahacks, and because T-Wave spam is fun. So I get it there. I'm going to set up a couple layers there. I'm going to go hard Mesprit because I don't want Klefki taking an Earthquake. He reveals he can only hit me with Meteor Mash, which is fine. I go hard Regirock. I can start cursing up, as I do. And his Meteor Mash is going to do nothing. I can get up a Rest here. I go for Rest just in case he gets like Attack Raise or something, and I don't really want to deal with that. And if I'm at full health, I can deal with that much better. He's going to opt to switch into the Milotic. Unfortunately, if I got a good Sleep Doctor on here, I would have won straight up, but I don't, unfortunately. So I have to stay in. I could have Slept Doc again, but it was risky because Pidgeot was at full health, all that. Now, whoa, oh, no. Ah, you saw it. Okay, so here's where I kind of choke. I knew he probably had Mirror Coat just because this wasn't Max Fizdef Milotic, so he had some Spadef. Clearly, for Superior, take the Leaf Storm, kill me with a Mirror Coat, right? So, and I had a full health Klefki. Milotic is doing shit to a Max Spadef Klefki. I should have gone a hard Klefki, could have Toxicked. I think I had Toxic, or could have done something. But, of course not. I would lose my nice win con, one of my win cons. Yeah, so Milotic clearly doesn't want to take a high jump kick, so he's going to switch out. Reveals he goes into the Metagross here. I go for Power Up Punch. It was overall an okay play. As he goes for the Bullet Punch, and I go for high jump kick, take him out. Great. So he's going to go into his Mew. I don't want to take a Psychic, and he can take a hit. So he reveals Fire Blast immediately. So good play on his end. Really good play. And he Fire Blasts me, and it does 50, which is like Timid Mew with no like boosting item. So he might be Scarfed or something. So I fire off a Toxic on the Mew. He goes Zygarde. So we're whittling that down. I have to sack off Hippo. Hippo's not doing anything this game besides switching into Zygarde here. So now I can go into Lopunny, get another kill with Lopunny, which is super dandy. He goes Pidgeot, fine play on his end. I'm just going to Facade, doesn't take him out, which is actually okay, because now I can go into my Regirock, and take any hit he wants to go for. You can see Hurricane, does 14% in sand. Oh, so I go for a. Do I wake up here? No, no. I go for a sleep talk because he obviously can't kill me. I go for rock slide, which is great. And he goes Zygarde. Unfortunately, he makes the correct play and goes Zygarde. So I have to sack off the Klefki. Yeah, I have to sack off Klefki. I'm just thinking if I sack no, because I couldn't have outspit Zygarde. So yeah, that was the correct play. So I go into Lopunny here. I'm gonna kill Zygarde. He can't come back in after hazards. So it's gonna essentially be Regirock versus the world. As Mew is going to take me out here. Not much I can do about it. I don't have priority. So there goes that. Now I have to go Regirock and pray. So these psychics, Regirock takes it like a champion. I go for rest here. Now, initially, if I get the best sleep turns ever, I win. If not, I lose. So I'm gonna start. I get a curse off, which is nice. I actually get, I think, another curse, which is ideal. For sure, I'd need curses up to kill the Mew. So I should have. Okay, I rest here, and what I should have done is not banked on me getting the rock slide, because if I got the rock slide, that was bad because he could just go hard melodic. So I needed to just go for a sleep talk here. So I could not. So this situation could not happen. He would have to stay in. I wouldn't do anything that turn at the very least, and then I would be at enough attack and maybe awake where I could take a scald. That's like it will do like less than 40 and kill the melodic potentially. But that, of course, he could go hard melodic at any point. So, and unfortunately, there I could have rock slided, I guess, on the rest, but if he burned me, it was over. So, and now I have to probably get rolls, and I get rest there, and I get rest here, and I lose. So, alas, unfortunate, but close game. You know, if you're going to lose, you might as well lose 1-0, right? Good game to Blake. I like Blake a lot, so check him out. Nice, solid dude. So we are 2-3, which is not awful. It's literally everyone is either 3-2 or 2-3, so we're not out of anything yet. I'll be honest, I'm not feeling Mons too much, but I'll still try. So about free agencies that I may have mentioned before, I had to cut this, so I don't know if I mentioned it. So I'm gonna get to those right now. So the first mon I decided to let go is Toxapex. Now, I brought Toxapex to 2 games, so it's not like I didn't use Toxapex. But Toxapex is too passive. Its special attack is nothing. Even with knockoff this gen, it's fine. It's just not suited for me. It's weak to Psychic, which my team struggles with significantly. And it can't do, like, if there's a mod, like a strong Electric type or a strong Psychic type, it can't offensively hit them as they come in. So that's a big reason why I dropped Toxapex. Now, it does let me let go of my bulky water and my toxic spike usage. So I definitely, and my grounded poison. So I definitely patch those up. But let's go through my drops entirely. So I also drop Electivire. I don't know why it has choice specs. Now, I didn't bring Electivire to a game, unfortunately, but if it had Z item, maybe, but Z Mesprit and Z D-Knight are better. So the thing about Electivire is that it's fine. It's just, I needed it for a crucial speed tier of 95. And that's the main reason why I got Electivire in the first place. So I did. So I am going to patch up that. It was a nice electric immunity, but I have a good Hippowdon. And Electivire is a nice point buff, so that gives me a good range of points to deal with a good water and poison type to get. And I'm going to get an electric type. So that is pretty much a big reason why I dropped Electivire. It was between Electivire and Regirock, but after seeing how good Regirock can be versus the battle in Blake, I decided to keep Regirock with Sand. It's a good flying resist, a good normal resist, it's a good fire resist, and it's a good stealth rock user, and just really bulky. And Electivire, I didn't see honestly being brought to a ton of games. Could have been brought to a couple. It's just not, like, it has good attack, but it's kind of slow and it's not super bulky. So I just decided to scrap it. And unfortunately, I have to get rid of Volibee. So yes, I am getting a dark type, a good dark type. The biggest thing is I needed a pursuit trapper, and Volibee does not get pursuit. Does it get pursuit? I don't think it does. No. And if it did, its attack is 55, so it's not hitting anything hard. It's knockoff weak. Now, Volibee does do a lot of rolls I'd like. It's a good ground check, whirlwind, it has defog, but just Volibee's weak to rocks. It's not super offensive at all. It's super passive and it's slow and it's just kind of bulky, but if you knock it off, it's nothing. So I have to get rid of Volibee, unfortunately. So, alas. So with that point total, 2, 7 question mark and 13 gives me 22 points. I'm pretty sure. All I know is my points are gonna be even at the end. It's gonna be 0. So the first one I pick, covering pretty much the biggest roles I need, is Drapion. Now, the roles in being Pursuit Trapping, Psychic Check, and T-Specs, and being that grounded poison. And Drapion does every single one of those exceptionally well. I've used Drapion before. It also fits that speed gap that Electivire had. So it's literally a perfect Pokemon for my team. I think Drapion's super good. It's just really solid. I guess if you really want the Assault Muck, but I really think Drapion's a really good Poison Dark. Poison Dark is one of the best typings in the game. It's only weak to ground, resists a lot, is neutral to a lot, well, to everything technically, but yeah, so Drapion is going to be brought back. I've used it in the UBC. It's good. It's really good. It has decent stats, and I think it's going to be a good add. That Pursuit Trap is so important. Now, the biggest other role I need is bulky Psychic, a bulky Water, and I get Vaporeon here. Now, Vaporeon is fat water, clearly. It has 110 special attack, so it can Ice Beam electric types that want to come in, and it's going to do a chunk. Its Scald's going to do a chunk. It's a Scald switch-in, 100% a Scald switch-in with Water Absorb, which is a plus. But the biggest thing with it, aside from being that crucial water, is Wish Pass into Mesprit and into Klefki. 2 mons that love to have recovery and just don't have it. And that is what Vaporeon is. Its HP is tremendous compared to those two, so they should be getting almost full HP, if not full HP, from Vaporeon's wishes, and it should support the rest of my team. With screens, Vaporeon is very hard to break, so that should be nice. Its HP stat is absurdly high. It's one of the highest in the game, which makes its defense very good, even though it's low, and its special defense is already very high. So finally, I just wanted Electric type. I had 2 points or 3 points, so I pick up Ampharos because Ampharos is cash money. I actually do plan on using Ampharos. It's not just going to sit on the team, hopefully. It's fine. It can do everything Mega Ampharos can do, as in being a bulky electric type, one of the very few bulky electric types out there. And it can set up Stun Guard and Agility and all that. Its move pool is adequate. Electric types do not have good move pools, generally speaking, so that's fine. It has a good special attack, but it's actually very bulky for an electric type. Now, its bulk is not the greatest, but it's very good because the electric types are stupidly frail and fast. And this is kind of the opposite of that, which is cool. So yeah, I think these guys make my team better. I'm not weak to Psychic, thank God, anymore. Assault Vest Drapion can take any Psychic type because the Psychics do not have ground coverage. So that makes it super nice. Now, I guess it's not like I'm any weaker to ground. I got 2 more ground weaknesses in place with 2 ground, and Vaporeon can take an Earthquake, Hippowdon can take an Earthquake. Superior punishes the hell out of ground types. So all around, good. Gives me good speed tiers, like nothing really changed. Drapion's that crucial speed tier, and these speed tiers don't really matter. They're slow, who cares? So that is my FAs. They are available next week. So week 6 versus Ace of the Base. So I don't know. I could use them. I could not use them. Depends. I just can't use these 3 here, which is fine. So, anyway, I'm glad I got rid of Toxapex. It was hard for me to bring it. I mean, I had to bring it because it's good, but I don't like it. And I like Vaporeon. I like Drapion. I like Ampharos, I guess. Ampharos is just heat of fajita, my dude. So until then, this is Bees Knees signing out. Again, check out Blake. He's really awesome guy. He's a good battler. He's won several leagues. He's made playoffs in the NPL pretty much as long as I can remember. He's very unpredictable in prep. I mean, I think I prep for him fine. I don't. The good news is I'm not mad at any of my prep. Even though I've lost 3 times, I'm okay at. So. Yeah. Until then, we'll fight Ace next week. So good luck. We fought Ace before and we lost. He had a Mega Latios. He pooped on my face. Almost didn't get in majors because of that. I am in majors now. He's in majors now. So that should be fun. So yeah. Bye-bye.